Hey there, y'all, and welcome to today's Daily Down and Dirty. My name is Fairlight. Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. All right, y'all, the message today is transformation ain't easy, baby. Because it fucking ain't, man. But whatever, we'll get through it. I can say that we've got 4 major arcanas and all of them came out upright, thankfully. The rest may not be the easiest energy. So we start with the Lovers and the Tower card. I really had to study it hard to say, ooh, what are we getting at here? Because then we had the 6 of Wands reversed next to the Tower, and then the 3 of Pentacles reversed. So at first I was like, and then also out to the side we've got the 9 of Wands upright, and this is like a very hard looking 9 of Wands. So let's take a deep breath and get into it. So what I decided this means, because of the other cards that came out along with it, well, and I'm going to say both. At first I wondered, is there some sort of a lover's connection that's breaking you down that just isn't working? But what I kind of feel is that there could be such an intense, passionate love affair. If this is a love reading, you know, sometimes this can be aspects of yourself. Because this dragon is in the water, this can be your intuitive, emotional self. So if you're not in a passionate love affair, you know, apply it to however it is. Something is breaking down and breaking through, and it's not easy. Tower moments are never fucking easy. It's your life falling apart. It's reality falling apart. Whether it's something inside of you falling apart or it's everything around you falling apart, often the two go hand in hand. But whatever it is, but I think this is really speaking to past trauma really surfacing, and all the relationships or all the situations in life, it just didn't work out. You know, it wasn't a victory. It didn't work, you know, just in a nutshell. But I really like that these ones are upright. And then above these two, we've got the Strength card. And so this is what really gave me hope that this is a triggering situation. And it could be like, it could be a business partnership. It could be whatever it is. The Lovers ultimately represents a choice. And then again, this breakdown of reality, whatever has come into your life definitely is rocking your world to where things are falling apart and it's triggering your fears. And so again, transformation is not easy. And I'll just give a sneak peek. The reason I'm talking about transformation is because we also have the Death card. All of these major arcanas upright. And when I say, you know, 3 or more major arcanas in a reading really speaks to destiny, really speaks to choices, really speaks to recognizing choices that you've made in the past, choices you're making now. Sometimes we default to our beliefs and we don't even know that we have a choice or that we're making a choice. But once we recognize that, we can empower ourselves to make different choices in the future. And so there's something about this gentle strength. It really feels like being gentle with yourself. And I feel like going into some shares about energies that have been coming through the last few days, for myself as well as for others I've been doing readings for. And how do I want to say it? So one of the big messages that came through was recognize what you're energizing and recognize you don't have to energize it. And so if you are in a connection, say the connection is triggering all this because it's not working. So this could be, you know, I'm sure not everybody is at the same place. Some people, this could be such an amazing connection that it's triggering all the fears. Some people, this could be a connection that's kind of sucking and it's triggering all these fears. So wherever you find yourself, and again, having the strength, it's kind of like taming your own inner beast. And so one person I was talking to was kind of spiraling down because a connection wasn't, you know, it wasn't really nurturing or nourishing the connection. And it was really triggering all of these abandonment wounds and all of that stuff. And so what was coming through for that person is, okay, stop energizing that timeline. And I really like this energy that we can see that we are creating reality. And so whatever we're pouring into, whatever we're energizing, we are creating that. And we don't have control over anybody else, but we do have control over what we energize. And once we receive the recognition, once we align to that recognition, like, oh, I'm energizing this. And a lot of times it's our fears in the dark. We don't know what's going on. And so our minds will create a story, and it'll be based on past traumas and fears. And so what was coming through is, that's not the timeline you want. Stop energizing it. And of course, it's easier to say it than to do it. But when you recognize it, you might want to visualize an actual sword chopping it. Nope. What was coming through for this person was to visualize a wall between them and the person that they were feeding the negative timeline to. And put a wall, like, don't energize them anymore, don't energize the timeline, put a wall of light. I think it was a wall of light that was coming through, but visualize a wall. Nope, my energy doesn't go in that direction anymore. And when you stop the energy flowing that way, then you can redirect the energy back to yourself, and nurturing, nourishing, creating safety, creating wellness. And so bringing that back, pulling your energy back into yourself. And then, you can kind of create a wall of safety around yourself. You can put yourself in a bubble of white light, however it is that you want to work with that. Maybe even do a cord cutting ritual, or, light a candle and stare into the flame and say, I'm burning away all of this fear. I'm burning away all this negativity. So it's not that we are suppressing or stuffing the fears, but we're also not going to allow the fears to create more of what we don't want. And so I love that this reading is really speaking to that same energy. I love to share that information to come through. And so taming that beast. And then next to that, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So it's more of that. It's like a worthiness issue. And we've got the Three of Pentacles reversed, the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So this is about, work. This is normally upright. It's so much about like soul's purpose and whatever. But in relationships, this could even be being cheated on, third party situations, as they call it. Things not working, whatever it is. And then this Nine of Pentacles, it's like it feels like codependency. It's like not feeling independent, not feeling valued. And, it's interesting that Venus will be stationing retrograde in just a couple of hours now. I believe the exact time is 7:34 Eastern time, 7-something Eastern time this evening. So whenever you watch this, Venus may already be retrograde. But just know that Venus energies are about self-worth. They're about beauty. They're about love. It's about money as well. It's value. And where are you valuing yourself? And so if all these triggers of value or not feeling valued are coming up, again, don't stuff it, but then also recognize that you don't have to energize those fears. You don't have to energize any timelines that aren't for you. It's having the strength to work through it with yourself. It's that, reclaiming those parts of yourself that were relegated to the shadow realm. Well, a lot of those we shove them away because it feels so uncomfortable. It's so fear-based. But when we deny that part of ourselves, it's never going to be healed. So it's like having the love and the courage for yourself to breathe through it and create little exercises to pull your energy back into yourself and put up blocks so that nobody else's energy is getting through while you're working with yourself, so you can get clear about who you are and what it is that you want. And you're also not sending your energy out to create this shit. So then we've got, and like I said, we've got this Nine of Wands, and this poor dragon just looks so tired and beat down, but it's like, hang in there. Nines show that we are nearing the end of a cycle. We're almost at completion. So don't give up on yourself. It feels like it's like the 11th hour or something like that. But you do have the strength to get through this. You do have the power to overcome. Stay vigilant and advocate for yourself. So then we've got this Death card, and next to the Death card is the Ace of Pentacles upright. So I was so happy to see that. So this is about, in this transformation, it feels like a reinvestment in you, a reinvestment in your value. And, you know, Venus going retrograde, retrogrades are the RE, you know, revalue, now I'm losing my words, but reevaluate, restore, reinvent, reinvest. It's all these re's, like doing it over again, but in the light of, I'm almost feeling a snake energy off this Death card. It's like shedding the old skin, allowing yourself to emerge stronger and brighter and more fearsome and cleaner, healthier, whatever it is, but allowing yourself to transform where you are reinvested in your self-worth. Again, it's all about value, loving yourself and value. And underneath this, I think it was underneath the Death card, we also have the Eight of Pentacles. So again, all this Pentacles energy, all this energy of value, all this energy of worth, planting seeds and nurturing those seeds. And this is very slow energy. When you're cultivating a garden, it's very slow moving, but when you bring it to abundance, you bring it to fruition, then you've manifested it. It was worth the investment of your time. It was worth the investment of your energy. And so this could be the same thing, especially if you're thinking of starting a new business or moving in a new direction. But, you know, we had some relationship energy going on. So this is a good card for laying a solid foundation in that relationship, planting solid seeds where, you know, both parties are nurturing and nourishing, cultivating this connection, and both of you going through this transformational process. And then again, this is about investing in yourself, knowing yourself. It feels like with these cards together, it's like knowing yourself well enough to know what you need to invest in and being vulnerable. You know, if you're feeling afraid, don't pretend that you're not afraid. Sometimes it's more scary to tell somebody, I'm having trust issues right now, or I'm, you know, I need more communication, or whatever it is. And because one, you know, we've probably been in connections in the past that were toxic, where maybe they gaslighted you, or just devalued your feelings. But now there's this strength and this empowerment that if somebody you're with does that to you, then walk the fuck away. Be vulnerable and speak your truth, and recognize, is this nourishing? Is this person cultivating this garden with me? You might be surprised. It might turn out that they are, which can trigger more fears. It can give you relief. And so it's like, we can't stay stuck in codependency, but recognizing and accepting that codependency isn't something you just drop like a hot rock. You know, it's pretty deeply ingrained, not only in our lifetimes, but generation upon generation upon generation has been deeply ingrained with codependency. And so it's something that we're working to resolve and dissolve and to transmute and alchemize, you know, from codependence into interdependence. And it starts with this self-worth, self-love, and then recognizing what you value in a partner, or whatever all of these are about. And then finally, you emerge as the King of Wands, or the Sire of Wands, as this deck calls it. The King of Wands, the King of Fire. Fire energy is very passionate, very motivated. It's inspiring, creative, action-oriented. And so again, it's this whole know thyself energy, and really moving fearlessly in life, taking action, seizing the day kind of energy, and knowing your power, knowing, and I like that, moving through life with passion. And you know, I really, really love fire and earth energy together, because, you know, fire by itself, it is all those things, but it's not like self-sustaining. You know, you might have a fire now, but in an hour it might die down. Tomorrow that fire could be gone. And so it's like when these opportunities come up, when the inspiration shows itself, it's like seizing that. And so, but the earth energy being so slow moving, so when you can take the inspired idea or, you know, whatever you're feeling passionate about, but then, you know, develop the commitment, develop the discipline to really cultivate it and nourish it, then these two energies can feed into each other. All right, that's all I have for today. Once again, my name is Fairlight. Thank you so much for watching. Peace and love until next time.